Yeah, dear Diane, dear friends, I really appreciate to be here and I really appreciate and feel honored from your invitation to attend your conference because it's a very important one. And I'm not just here to deliver the best wishes from the Austrian Social Democrats, but just because I would like to stress that your election is a very important election also for ourselves. And I would like to share some considerations in the next few minutes to express why this election and your campaign is so important for all of us from the Social Democratic family. If you look around, we will see that and we will face that our world is changing. It's changing at a very, very rapid pace. And if we look at the drivers of this change, we can recognize that it's digitalization, it's globalization, it's climate change. And if we analyze the phenomenon, we have to realize that it's not possible to say, okay, we are going to unwind our economies and stop the international cooperation. And it's also not possible to lock technology in a box and hide it at the garret. For us Social Democrats and progressive thinkers, it's only possible to say, okay, let's put us at the forefront of the development and deliver social democratic answers. And I believe that we are living in a period where it's really urgently needed to have social democratic and progressive answers. And the reason therefore is, if you look at some of the figures in our days, you will see that, for example, labor productivity was going up significantly over the last 2 decades, but wages are lagging behind. If you look at the distribution of wealth, you will see that inequality is rising permanently. And it was Barack Obama who stated at the United Nations conference, who said, it's not possible that the society is stable where 1% owns the same wealth like 99% of the others. And the only one who is able to deliver such answers, to develop political concepts, to encounter these phenomena is the social democratic political family. And I'm not sure if you had the opportunity to visit San Francisco, the Silicon Valley capital. But if you do so, you will see a very interesting scenery. You have all the big corporates there, Facebook, Google, Apple, and so on and so on. And they have their own public transport systems. They have their own restaurants. They have their own kindergartens. They have their own schools. They have their own medical care system for their employees. And the average wage there is around $160,000, including assistants, housekeepers, and so on. And then in the same city, you will see that the middle class is leaving the city because normal employees, normal policemen, teachers are not no longer able to afford the rents there. And I'm not talking about the increasing number of homeless people. And that's the future of digital capitalism. And that's the reason why I'm so optimistic to say, okay, it will be us who is delivering the right answers, who is delivering concepts, who guarantee the people that they have a good living. And to do so, for us, there is one thing which is totally sure, that we absolutely need international cooperation. And to be successful, of course, we need also strong national social democratic parties, but it's for sure that it's not possible to tackle all these issues in just one country. And so therefore we need a strong European Union, and I believe that we have to develop further the concept of the European Union. It has to be a union of the people and no longer a union which just serves the interests of the big international companies, for example. And we also know, to form Europe in a more social democratic progressive way, we for sure have to fight tough battles. And such tough battles are also ahead in Slovenia. If you look around in Europe, we will see that there is a rise of right-wing populism and a backward-looking conservatism, which is also reality here in Slovenia. And if you look at what's going on in a country like Austria, for example, we have a very right-wing government right now, you will see that these people are permanently shifting the red lines of what is morally and politically acceptable acceptable to the right. We have a phenomenon that these people are denouncing, for example, unemployed people as cheaters. They are attacking freedom of press, they are attacking the rule of law, and this is a reality in several countries in Europe. And so therefore it's very important to deliver social democratic answers and to say, okay, we are not accepting that. And the lesson we learned in Austria, for example, was if you look at these right-wing conservative and right-wing populistic parties, that they are promising milk and honey. They are promising free beer for everybody, but once they are in charge, they are drinking the beer themselves, just to give an example. And they are serving a neoliberal agenda for sure. But in 8 weeks, you are going to have your own election. And I strongly believe that you have very good reasons to be optimistic. Of course, the voters are becoming more volatile. They are no longer tied to certain parties, and they are switching easily between the parties. But you have been also in the past and now in the present a factor of stability and predictability. And you have had just recently a campaign for the federal president, and you have been awarded there for their concept and for your reasonable campaign. And I'm pretty sure that it will be the same in 8 weeks from now on. Because you have been constant and constructive force here in Slovenia, which is important, and people really appreciate your efforts. A few weeks ago, we had a regional election in Austria, in the border region to Slovenia, you know that, in Carinthia. And we ended up with a gain of more than 10% and an overall result of 48%. I think this regional election in Carinthia should serve as a motivation for you, and it shows what's possible if you fight for every single vote. I wish you all the best. I keep my fingers crossed. I wish you all the best. I keep my fingers crossed, and accepting your invitation for this conference today, I'm absolutely relied that I will receive a relation for your victory party in 8 weeks, and I will be there again. Thanks.